will be in the Championship, League One and in League Two. And let's go to League Two. Joining us now is a Manchester United legend, the current Bradford City manager in League Two as well, Mark Hughes. How you doing, Mark?
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, guys. How are we?
We're good. Great to have you on. Appreciate your time. Bradford's last season, made the League Two playoffs last season, couldn't quite get over the line. How hard has it been to go from going so close and recovering and going again this season?
Yeah, it was a big disappointment last year. Obviously, we didn't quite hit our targets, which was to get out of the league. But we weren't a million miles away from it, and we're encouraged by that. We think this year that we've recruited really well, so we think we'll be stronger. We'll need to be, because there's a lot of good clubs, good teams in the league this year, arguably stronger than it was last year. So it's going to be a difficult task, but we're going to give it our best shot.
How's pre-season been, Mark? Is it still the same after all these years of being a manager, or have you had to adapt to these new school players?
Yeah. Well, pre-season is a lot better as a manager than it is as a player, from my memory. So, it's pretty much about getting a base of fitness, and then as you edge and taper towards the first game of the season, you start to put a little bit of detail into the match play and preparation for the game in hand. So, it doesn't change to any great extent. It's still very similar to the work that we've done in the past.
You mentioned how competitive it is in League Two, and Wrexham coming in to League Two with a lot of money. They will be competitive. A lot of people have got them down to win the league and think it will be a walkover. Stockport signed Nick Powell out of nowhere. The level is rising and rising, isn't it?
Yeah, arguably top of League Two. You could say he's on a par with the bottom half of League One. Almost certainly, we're at that level now. And good teams have come up. Teams that have gone down obviously will be a threat as well. There's any number of teams that are spending a lot more money this year. The likes of Stockport will always have a big budget. Salford as well. Colchester. Teams like this will always test you, because they have the finances to do that. Gillingham as well will be a threat.
I wanted to ask you, Mark, about Højlund. He's going to be signed for Manchester United. I've seen clips of him, and he looks like a very strong, quick, aggressive striker who's got to add a lot to Manchester United. Do you think he's the right signing for them?
Yeah, I'm seeing a great deal of the boy, but going by what I've read about his physique and the way he wants to play, he's the type that United need. Clearly, they're in dire need of a forward. I think that's accepted by everybody. So they needed to go in the market and spend money and bring somebody of the right quality in. So it looks like they've set their stall out with this young man, and hopefully he'll be a success for him. He's still quite inexperienced. He's only, I think, 20, so not a great deal of experience to go straight into the Premier League and make an impression. But obviously, he's a big money signing, and they'll be expecting to hit the ground running.
6'3", pace, power, arrogance about his players. A touch of Mark Hughes about Højlund, I think. I mean, does a proper
apart from the pace and the arrogance, I'll give you that.
Arrogance in a good way, I mean. Does a proper number 9?
Yeah.
Does a proper number 9 complete Man United and turn them into title contenders? Maybe.
Well, that's the expectation of United. They need to be challenging. They need to be going for trophies, and obviously the change in management seems to have settled everything down. There seems to be a lot more discipline within the group. Everybody seems to be pushing in the right direction. Maybe that wasn't the case in recent times. So they've seemed to address that, and they're recruiting hopefully well, because if they do that, then they're going to have a chance. But the expectation on United is always to be challenging. Champions League qualification is okay, but really it's about trophies for United.
Out of two of your old clubs, Mark, Manchester United and Chelsea, which one are you most excited about this season, and which one do you think will finish higher?
I'm interested to see how Chelsea do. Obviously, there's been change of ownership and a lot of money spent, probably a little bit unwisely on occasions. So they've needed to trim their squad and change their squad around. Pochettino's coming in and likes to work with young players and get them working exceptionally hard. So I'd be interested to see how his influence on the group shapes as we go on. I fully expect them to be really strong this year, just because of the energy that they have and the quality that they have.
I'd be intrigued to get your view on Harry Maguire because, listen, I'm an England fan. Obviously, you're a Welsh international, so no support for England. I get that. But Harry Maguire for England has been excellent. I mean, England fans, generally the proper ones who travel, they absolutely love him. But does he need to leave Manchester United?
Yeah, I think that's the only way forward for Harry. He's clearly a significant play for his national team, and he'll want to continue to be that. So he's not going to be able to do that playing for Man United reserves, which looks like is his only option at the moment. So he needs to move. He needs to get his career back on track. He needs to be playing week in, week out. That's the level of player that he is, and that should be his expectation. I'm sure it is. So I expect there's still weeks of the window left. I expect him to move on and get his career back on track.
What level is he? I mean, how good is he? Because he gets a lot of critics.
Yeah, he does, and some of it's unwarranted. Other things, people sometimes will question his pace, and maybe that's the one underlying thing that is levelled against him, that maybe against the top teams and the top strikers in world football, he will get exposed just because of that lack of pace, but he's got a good understanding of the game. Positionally, he's very good, and with the ball at his feet, he instigates attacking play. So he's got a lot of attributes that obviously United have used in the past, but at the moment they seem quite happy to do without them. So it's up to Harry just to recognise that and maybe move on to different fields of play.
Mark, great to talk to you. Good luck at Crawley at the weekend, and good luck for the season with Bradford, mate.
Yep. Good luck, Mark.
Okay, appreciate that, guys.
Thank you very much. Mark Hughes, former Man United and Chelsea striker, now manager of Bradford in League Two.
What a player he was, by the way.
Mate, their average attendances, and it could be a positive and a negative, their average more than double the next best. Easily, comfortably the best supported team in League Two.
Remember playing Bradford in because the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, we lost to them. 2-legged. First leg was at Bradford.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
First leg was at Bradford, and honestly, we got beaten.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.